Hi, welcome back. In this section, we'll start with CSS. We'll go through its syntax. We'll do some basic styling. I'll introduce guys into CSS, how it works, and at the end of the section, we're going to work on two projects. So let's get started. Minimize this. Open our first page project. I'll right click, new folder. Call it CSS underscore pages. It says underscore pages. I'll create a new page. I'll call it, no, not yet, sorry. We'll go to our Sublime. We'll click open folder. We'll browse to our desktop. Then I'll click CSS pages. Select. I'll close this. Bring this here. And lastly, this. So let's create our first page. Click new file, call it I'll call it syntax. I'll save. I'll do Control S for saving. Call it intro.html. Then I'll minimize this. Go to intro.html. Double click this. Close this. Close this. Here we go. I'll start by laying down our HTML document. Remember, Sublime auto completes it for you. And then I'll say CSS intro, save, refresh. All right, now, so let's say we have, let me code and then I'll explain. All right, give a heading 1, CSS introduction, give a paragraph, say my CSS is really good. And I can give write a div, can group elements together, say span this div section. That's what's up. All right, save, then I'll refresh. Now this looks nice. So now let's start by changing the color of CSS introduction, and then we'll move by changing the color of my CSS is really good, and then this section that says div section, that's what's up. All right, now CSS, you can write CSS anywhere. So for you to write the CSS, so there are three types of ways in which you can implement the CSS style. So these ways are, I'll write a comment. So you have in file, styling, you have inline styling, and you have external styling. So three types: inline. So let me create bullet points. And these. So So we have three types: in-file styling, inline styling, external styling. So let's start with inline styling. Let's start here. Inline styling. So in this section, we're working with inline styling only. In this in this lecture, we'll be doing inline. The next lecture, we'll go to in-file and then we'll move to external file styling. So inline styling is one of the easiest, one of the most tempting methods to use in CSS, but it's not a really good practice. But I use it sometimes when I just have one little style to implement on a particular element, I just implement it there than rather going externally. So let's say I want to style CSS introduction to a color red or blue. All right. So I'll start by writing the style tag, and that's how it goes. Style equals to this, and then the next thing we need to now do is write our CSS code. So in CSS we have the value. What's the value? The value is going to be the value is going to be the color. So the color is the element, and then we have the value called red. Sorry about the purchasing stuff. Sublime keeps on saying it, but if you want to purchase it, remember it's not compulsory. On a refresh, I have the color red. So let's go to a section where we can get colors for md bootstrap.com/css/colors. I click that. Let's go to a section where we can get colors. So let's say I want this color. So you can also write colors in hex forms. So like this. This is a hex form of writing the color. So when I do that and refresh, we'll have this color. So let's say I want my body to have a color. I'll say style and background color. So you see, Sublime gives me a whole autocomplete for colors. Let me select the color from here. I'll do blue. It's in hex format, hash blue. So the whole background changes to that color. Now, next thing is we want all of the text in this body to be of one color. But if I come and I write here, for example, the hex for white is FFF for white, and I refresh, it changes. Now let me also change the color of this to white. It changes. So that means I need to keep on doing this for each of the styles to be changed to white. That's a little hectic. So we could rather just do one color for the whole body. So in the body, after the background color, I'll also say color white. Save, refresh. You see it stays the same. Let me change it to black and you guys see the difference. It goes back. So I'll change it to white. So what's happening here is saying that all the text in my body should be of color white. All right. Let's work with another set of CSS. So that's a basic syntax. So let's create another file, or right click, new file. I'll call it font size. For the HTML, I'll just copy this so I can just paste it from my URL. All right, so let's start by writing our HTML tag. Title, I'll say font size. Below, let's start by giving our body a color. So style, background color. Let's go to MD Bootstrap colors and get a nice color. Let's get one. So let me get this color. Don't forget to put the hash. The hash is for hex. This will have RGB colors. We'll be working with that now. For now, we're doing hex and normal colors like red or blue. So background color of this, and then we want our color, we want all the text in our body to have the color of white. Or you could just still say white. That's all up to you. It's all up to you. Remember, you need to always end your statement. So this semicolon here, this semicolon says that this styling is complete. So this element, background color, is complete. And this is the only value that is passed here. So the value, which is this is the value, and this is a property. Sometimes I call it element. So this is the property, and this is a value, and its property, and it ends here. This is the property, and this is the value. So let's start with the basic H tag. So remember, in the HTML section, we talked about how H6 has a particular font. So let me say something. Font size intro. And when I refresh, I have font size intro. It's really, really small. So let's start by increasing this font size. So I'll go here, style, then I'll say font size. I'll give it 20 pixels. Let's see how it increases. So it increases to that. So how about I'll do 100 pixels. So this is our font size. So let's also give it a font, not only to you can give it to any element. So let me say paragraph tag, give style, font size, into pixels, and in my paragraph I'll say subtext. So that's how it looks. All right. Now let's make our subtext to have a different font style and our font size intro to have a different font style. For us to do that, there are different ways of formatting text. You can use font family, or you can use Google. So that Google fonts. These links are all in the section, are all on the resource center below the lecture. So let's say we want this. Click on it, then it shows us how it's going to be. So I don't really need to click on it. Just click here on add. So we need to minimize this. So let's select What did we want to select? Let's unselect like some. All right, let's select this. No, that's kind of. All right, how about this? Let's select this. Then I'll click here. Then I'll copy this link. I'll go below text editor. I'll paste this here. I'll save. And then I'll still click back here and then copy this font family. So font family is what you use in formatting text. So font family is the property, and then this is the value, and this is the value that we actually got from here. So this is a property, and this is its value. And the reason why this value is possible is because it's included in this external file link. That's what they call external file styling. We're still to get there. And refresh, we see the text changes in style. All right, let's get a better font size that looks a little bit attractive. All right, let's get this. Click here. I'll close this, then I'll click here. I'll copy this link. I'll remove this, replace it with a new copied link. I'll copy this, the property, and then I'll modify this, save, here, refresh. So that's what the font family does. It formats text. We can also do another font family without these links. Pre-built browser fonts. So you have Times New Roman, and also Times Serif. So that's one. Refresh, it goes back to its original font size. That's one. There are so many of them, and we will utilize Google Fonts to get different types of fonts. That's all up to us. And I mostly use Google Fonts for my font designs. All right, thanks, and that will be all for this section. Bye.